performance, man. Don't ever leave Chelsea. Never give up. Loftus-Cheek.
Hello guys, subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Hi WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thanks for your support.
Yes. Alfred, checking. You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, perfect. Welcome everyone to another Chelsea live stream. Usually tonight would be the Chelsea review straight after the game, which will be later. So make sure you join in that one. But we have a special video to be talking about. Haaland. Someone I thought I would never be speaking about on this channel after what happened to me in July. But here we are, a couple months later, talking about Haaland. Thomas Tuchel has given us a bit more information on the situation with Haaland. There was interest. A lot of people doubting that interest, but there was definitely interest. We did go out for him, but the deals were very not realistic in the club's eyes, of course. So he did say, let's look at the next few weeks, how it goes, blah, 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 which we'll be getting into. But yeah, he had a bad game yesterday, but one bad game doesn't really determine that he's not a good player, in my opinion, Michael. But yeah, everyone tuned in, man. If you guys can, smash the like button for Erling Haaland and Chelsea, or if you support this channel in general, subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification. Matt's late as always. The real reason why he's late is because I didn't give him the link, but he doesn't have headphones anyway, so he would have been late regardless. So, Alfred, I'm safe for now, but co-host for now. Alfred, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Greetings and salutations, everyone. And what have we got over here? It's another Haaland stream. Keep them coming.
No, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Talking about Haaland. How serious were you about Haaland back in July and August? Let's recap.
Oh, bro, as in how much did I want it to come?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I was on your streams all day, every day, whenever possible, just looking for whatever news I could possibly find. If I wasn't watching one of your streams, I would be on Google or other YouTube channels just trying to find whatever information I could. I was absolutely desperate to get this man.
Well, there you have it, folks. I mean, listen, we've got Papa, big up to him. I only know you because of Haaland. Guys, I used to make like 3 videos a day about this guy, man. Like, I genuinely, really wanted him. Big up Matt for making it on time. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I would have been on time if you sent me the link, but
I blame your headphones. I blame your headphones. Your headphone has to take responsibility.
Yeah, my headphones are missing as well, but I was waiting for the link. 31 minutes past, gives me the link. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, Robbie. When's it going to end? But anyway, I mean, Haaland, we wanted him all summer, but
did you want him?
He was my first choice, yeah.
Okay. But you know what it is? Since we obviously signed Lukaku, everyone's saying he's either overrated. Like Michael, he's so.
I don't think he's overrated. I just don't particularly want him right now. I don't think getting Haaland fixes any problem.
Why? Because we're not creating chances.
Yeah. Well, what's the point of putting another striker up there because we still can't create chances too?
We've spoken about changing formation, so this guy probably has different plans right now.
No, but then. Now we're going to have to rely on our midfield that doesn't create anything to create even more. Ruben can't do it on his own. And he takes on 3 man. Even when Pulisic is here, you can't do it on your own. I would rather go and spend money on players that we actually need rather than go for Haaland. Are we just saying Timo Werner's finished then? Kai Havertz, because neither of them will stay while Haaland's here.
4-4-2.
Werner won't play backup.
Yeah, but the news about Werner leaving has been coming out recently as well.
And Havertz, we've seen he plays his best position is not even in the attacking midfield sense. It's as a false 9 or as a second striker. So again, does a £72 million striker want to sit on the bench? No, he doesn't. He will quickly move on.
I don't think if Haaland was to come in, he definitely won't be on the bench whatsoever. He'll be guaranteed first in football. But
where are you going to put
Havertz? Sorry, you're talking about Havertz.
Havertz, I mean.
Sorry. No, good point. But I'm sure Thomas Tuchel has plans in his head, man. He can't come out and talk like that, not knowing what he's talking about. He must have some ideas, bro, that we don't know about.
Yeah, but I mean, it's this thing. If you're going to go get Haaland, you're not going to have, even if it's only 75 million transfer fee, you know the wage is going to be, and bonus fees, agent fees, etc., is going to be skyrocket. It's going to take all of that budget. So we're not going to be able to have any money to buy any sort of creative midfielder. So what's the point of having two strikers that aren't going to get any creativity given or any balls fed to them?
Okay, that you're seeing it from current team.
If anything, you're bringing in Haaland. Yes, Haaland and Lukaku could link up together theoretically, but I still don't really know how that would work outside of a FIFA aspect. But we do bring him. You bring in Haaland just takes another possible creator out of the team to a team that's already lacking creativity. For me, if you're going to bring in someone like Haaland, you also need to bring on someone like, say, if you're going to play 3-5-2, you bring someone in like a Bernardo Silva who is going to create that creativity. I know people are going to say, "Oh, we don't want sloppy seconds on City," but I mean, Bernardo Silva is a very good player, and he would help solve our creative problem. I would rather go and solve that and get other wingers than spend ridiculous money on a striker that won't even be here for more than 3 years anyway. When we've already got a striker that's going to be here for 5+ years.
No, listen, short term definitely makes sense. Questions have to be asked where we're going to fit these players, where's the creativity going to come from. But how I see it is the long term. I think the wage structure is going to be broken regardless if Haaland comes or not. I think it's going to change long term. I also think Newcastle coming in second their manager is going to change the game. I think FFP is going to play a huge part where you can spend a certain amount of money. They're talking about World Cup every 2 years. It's nonsense. Things are going to change. It's all we know it's about money, but now it's going to be about more. You've also
got the Riola drama, and now my question to you: now we have Lukaku. Is this we were all in the summer? We said all this Riola drama, breaking the wage budget, and all that. We all said that was worth it because we were going to get Haaland, but now we've got Lukaku. Is it worth it anymore? I don't think it's worth having. I don't think it's worth having the Riola drama. I don't think it's worth completely destroying the wage budget. We've already got problems with the wage budget as it is now.
It's going to get broken anyway. Whether it's with Rudiger or not, it's going to get broken regardless very soon.
I mean, well, I'd argue you broke it when you gave Callum Hudson-Odoi 120k.
Yeah, but what I mean, it's going to extend even more now because the way Newcastle might not get all the best players in the first year, but they're going to change the game. So Chelsea are probably thinking we need to fix up and sign certain players. If Haaland is going for 72 million, you'd rather spend those wages that we would have done last season, last transfer window. Listen, at the end of the day, I just should have broken down the question. He should have just closed it off. Why is this guy saying, let's see in the next few weeks what happens? What's that about? Why is he going to say that? Obviously, I don't expect us to sign him in January, but I'm saying, are you telling me like we actually have a chance to sign this guy regardless? That means he has a plan. The talks about Werner leaving makes sense. Everything adds up, bro. Like we can't.
I mean, I've got a separate theory behind it, but
what, like Pulisic?
No, I mean, obviously because it was in the same press conference and same time that everyone's starting to have a go at Lukaku. Lukaku's going through this 6-goal drought. So do you think this is everyone's going to talk about Haaland, so we stop talking about Lukaku's form?
That's a good point.
Isn't it a way just to take the pressure off Lukaku? Because everyone will talk about this, and then in a couple of weeks, hopefully Lukaku's banging in a few goals again, and then we won't. And then all the Chelsea fans will go, "Oh, we don't need Haaland," and then that's when the rumor just suddenly disappears again.
Our manager shouldn't be coming out talking about Haaland right now. In my opinion, we shouldn't be talking about another player like that.
No, it's not. It's not. It doesn't exactly. It's not exactly fair. But I mean, Dortmund don't exactly play fair, do they? So
yeah, it's a bit weird for me. I'm starting to see a few signs on Tuchel. No, I'm not saying he's losing or anything, but a few question marks over some of the things that he's been doing in recent weeks, man. I still think some people saying that he's going to stay for the next few years. I don't know, man. Things don't.
I mean, I don't comment on that because it's Chelsea Football Club. We know what Chelsea Football Club do.
Alfred, what do you think?
I'll back this manager because I don't think he's done anything wrong at the moment.
Alfredo.
I think there will be more to say maybe when half or more of the season has been played, because I think another very important thing to consider is how Lukaku actually ends up doing by the end of the season, because that could be more of a reason whether or not we actually push for him. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Haaland and I love him at Chelsea, but it's always the club first. So if Lukaku starts banging them in like crazy and doing really well, then we, and especially if all our other attackers start gelling as well and doing what we know they're capable of, then we don't really need to bring him in. But it would still be exciting to see a Haaland and Lukaku partnership we can join. But yeah, I think a lot of it is dependent on how Lukaku is going to do.
Yeah, I mean, what formats can we actually play though? Because Matt's right, the creativity is definitely lacking. 4-4-2 will still be not good enough, I think. Who plays 4-4-2 nowadays?
Yeah, but I mean, with the 4-4-2. Well, you could play the 4-2-2-2, which PSG used to play when under Tuchel. But the issue is, again, who fits into that formation? So you got, because the wide players, they're wide players, but they're technically wide attacking number 10s. So who actually fits that? Ziyech does, but Ziyech, we've all said we don't want him anymore. So that kind of puts it in.
That's a
Pulisic. I love Pulisic, but I think Pulisic would have to adapt to that, and people are already on Pulisic's back. Maybe Mason Mount, but we know he's not providing enough creativity consistently at the moment. Werner, he'll be in the forward line. Havertz will more be in the forward line. So that means you're going to have to buy Haaland, but then you're going to have to buy new players for them positions as well. Possibly you could put Loftus-Cheek in that kind of position. But I like the position Loftus-Cheek is playing now, where he can go from deep and then drive into the attacking third. Because that's what I've always thought Ruben is being best at, is when he gets the space behind and then drives in, rather than being in the attacking third constantly.
Okay. Let's go through the exact words that he did say and try and see what we make out of it, first of all. So I'm getting this from Goal. Link, everything is in the description right now, which you can go read. So what's been said, Tuchel has now confirmed Haaland has come up in conversations several times over the course of his 9-month reign at Stamford Bridge, including during the summer transfer window as he sought a new centre forward. He says we talked about Erling Haaland a couple of times, including during the transfer window, but then it seemed absolutely unrealistic. The Chelsea boss told SportBild. We talk about him regularly, of course, because he's a fantastic player and clearly the defining figure at Dortmund, who is a big rival for us in the Champions League. The Blues ended up signing Romelu Lukaku from Inter instead, but Tuchel hasn't ruled out the possibility of deploying both men in the final third of the pitch. Asked if he can see Haaland moving to Stamford Bridge next summer, despite Lukaku's presence, he added, "You mean two at the top with Lukaku and Haaland? We can talk about it. I don't think we've been serious about it yet, but let's see what will happen in the next few weeks." Him talking about Haaland interest, how do you think Lukaku's feeling about it? Surely that affects him mentally.
Well, I mean, Tuchel's made it clear that if he brings Haaland in, it's for a two up top. So that, in terms of Lukaku sense, that doesn't affect him. If anything, he thinks, well, Werner's a good partner. Well, Werner looks like he's going to be an okay partner with Lukaku at the moment, but he'll probably think, oh, maybe Haaland will be a better partner. I don't think it will phase Lukaku that much, because Tuchel specifically mentioned that two up top. Obviously, it would be impossible to have Lukaku and Haaland in the same team without playing them on the pitch together, because dressing room, you would destroy it. But yeah, I mean, when you listen to that first part of it, all I hear is, yeah, we've been speaking about it, but that doesn't mean they've been speaking about it in the last few weeks. That could have been they've been speaking about it all through the first part of Tuchel's reign, and then it's not been spoke about properly since the summer. Obviously, Haaland is a big player, and Chelsea are never going to go, we're not interested in a big player like that. We're always going to have some sort of interest, but how much is that interest is the question. Yeah. I just think now if we were going to get Haaland, we've lost a moment, because you've got Real Madrid are planning something big in the summer. PSG style kind of free agent deals, cheap deals. They've saved a lot of money from this season because they didn't really buy it this season. So they are looking to spend money next season. You've got obviously I don't think you'll go Newcastle, but Newcastle will be spending big money. Manchester United will probably be looking for a striker next year. I don't think I think we'd beat him to Man United, but you got Man City looking for a striker. And you can't rule out the possibility of even going buying either, because Lewandowski, I don't think, is going to be there next season. So you've got a lot of clubs looking for options, and a lot of clubs that will pay 75. I mean, any big club could pay 75 million right now. Whether they can pay the wages, it's another question. But especially the European clubs, like the Bayerns, the Juve, the Real Madrids, they can fiddle their FA's rules because they're the big boys. They're the ones that bring everyone in. So they basically run the leagues, not the FAs. So I don't think we'd sign him even if we wanted to. I would just say go for the creativity, sort the proper problems in this team, and move on. We don't need big stars like Haaland. We don't need big stars like Lukaku. We don't need them together. Just bring in the players that we actually need, which I think is still a defensive midfielder, a creative player, and then I don't know whether we'll get the centre back this season. If not, we'll need a centre back in the summer. But that's it. That's all we need.
Well, I think, like you said, if a big name comes up, we have to be interested in it naturally, which is, I totally agree with that. But I feel like you said, I think out of the teams that you mentioned, probably City and Bayern are the most realistic ones to pay. I don't think Madrid will pay that money because Mbappe is dying to go there. I just don't see Mbappe.
Yeah, but Mbappe's on the free.
Yeah, I know you got wages. I'm saying I don't see them together. That's what I'm saying.
You know what, Matt? The thing is, you know what Real Madrid have been like with Galacticos. They've fitted them in before. They're used to having big stars there. So I think they'll be able to deal with it.
It's too loud. Sorry. No, obviously we'll see what happens for sure. Just quickly, got a couple of donations. Arctic, big up to you, bro. Thanks for checking up on me as well in general. Big up people. 4-2-2-2 would be best suited if we were to play with two strikers, in my opinion. That's exactly what Matt had mentioned earlier. We've got Jess as well. Big up myself and the panel. Really, we're going down this road again. We have other holes to fill, and strikers not one of them. Great article on Pulisic, Matt. Yeah, I mean, Matt went fully in that Pulisic one. Fully detailed. That was unbelievable. Yeah, very good. Very detailed. Very, very good. We'll put a link in the comments in the next minute for it. You can pull it up somehow. We've got Mr. Farber. And before we get into Farber, it's Nippin's birthday today. So everyone in the comments wish Nippin a happy birthday, of course. Hopefully Chelsea win on his birthday and like the video. Let's hear Farber. Where are you? Walk and walk. Walk to walk. Yeah, walk to walk. What, Ox Circus?
No. On Baker Street. No, Baker Street.
Oh. What time did you leave your house?
1.
Oh. Did you hear we're signing Haaland?
No.
Thank you, Father.
Man's on mute, bro, because he's too busy eating. It's too hot for him. The flavor's too hot.
No, it's just too loud. Too many sports cars here.
All right, so what, are you Haaland in or Haaland out?
No, I'm not fancying him. You know what? You saw what happened yesterday against Ajax.
What happened? So you're blaming him for one game?
They got pumped, bro.
One game?
Shit. I said the wrong article.
Oh, you said the wrong one.
Well, you guys, you can check out the Malmo preview as well while you're at it, but...
Block 13, yeah. Block 13. Don't forget that.
Yeah, guys, put up the likes, man. Father, I'll put you on mute, bro, until you speak, of course. So Father says no Haaland, Matt is saying no Haaland, and Alfred, what was your? Just summarize yours. Yes or no?
Listen, we're not. For me, we're not talking about some average.
Yeah.
Some average player. You know, this guy is an absolute animal. If he wasn't, then I wouldn't be so pumped. But because of that, and because he's so young as well, you know, I would be so excited to have him with us.
Yeah. No, I'm totally with you, man. I'm totally with you. I think Michael's been a bit harsh, man, judging him from yesterday's game that obviously he got destroyed, but it takes time.
Yeah, well, Lukaku hasn't been scoring. Should we get rid of him now?
Yeah.
You
know. I mean, I know Haaland's great and all that, but I'm still looking at the Bundesliga on a massive fraud watch in terms of just buying players generally.
That's fair.
Because I look at the league and I look the defensive defenders in the Bundesliga are trash. I mean, when you've got players like Jonathan Tah supposedly being one of their best centre backs in the league, that's when you know you've got problems. And then again, because there's so much space and these German teams play with so much, they play like the pressing, the expansive play. They leave so much space that you see some of these goals that are being scored by these strikers, these attackers, and you think they're never going to get any near that space in the Premier League. So it's not a good judge when I just see low. If they're scoring multiple different goals, like Haaland does do that in a way, so I'm more confident on Haaland. But I don't want to. If we're linked to Bundesliga players, for me it's an automatic no. Let me
say something with you. I feel like the players that come into the Premier League, they're being played wrong. I don't think Sancho's being played right. I don't think Havertz's being played right.
No, but I get that. That's also a factor. But I also just think that their league is so much of a drop in terms of then the Premier League defenses are so much harder to break down than a Bundesliga defense, and that's why you look at French players. When you generally players from the French league and players from sometimes the Italian league as well, depending on the player, they need that little bit of time to gel, but not that much. Whereas Havertz is still gelling. Werner's still taking time to gel. Sancho now needs time to gel. You look at players historically. When we bought Pulisic, we were saying the first 3-4 months, we need time to gel. Gundogan, he was good now, but he took 2-3 years to gel at City. There's a lot of German players that move to the league, and they're not gelling enough because they really have to get used to a big change of the way that you play football in that league. Whereas Italy is a bit more tactical than the Premier League, but it's very close, and the French league isn't that far off the Premier League as well. It's just obviously different levels, but there's not a whole style of play that they have to adapt to. Whereas the Bundesliga, it's completely different. And I even say La Liga is kind of the same thing, but not as bad. It used to be really bad, but it's not as bad now. But I'm just not. Unless they're a player that is coming into the squad and will slowly come in, I don't want to get a Bundesliga player to come in and do a job that we need to fix now. So like the creative players, I'd rather go after someone like Chiesa or someone like Bernardo Silva, especially, he's done it in this league. We know he'll fit in. It's just fitting into the Tuchel system. Chiesa, we've seen him do it on the international stage. We've seen him do it in Italy. And Italy is a much more closer fit league to here. So hopefully he won't need as much time to adapt. And players like Tchouaméni, again, in a league where it's much more closer suited to the Premier League compared to the Bundesliga. It's like players like Zakaria. I love Zakaria. I think he's a great player, but I don't want to sign him specifically for the reason that the Bundesliga is just not. It's not the league for me. I think it's been so overhyped because we've got these good managers, but the problem is the whole style that is played in that league is just wrong for the Premier League at the moment. I think players need time to adapt to that, and if we're going to get a Bundesliga player, I'm not going to gas them up because I know they're going to need time to adapt. But the problem is we don't give time to players. So why are we doing it? Like we're looking at that Florian Wirtz, I think we was linked to a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. He's supposed to be the next Kai Havertz and Bayern Leverkusen. I looked at some of his goals and I'm like, no, you're not scoring them goals here. Like seriously, if we're going to go buy this guy, he's going to struggle big time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've got to respect your opinion. There's a few things I definitely disagree on. I do feel like we do overhype the quality coming from Bundesliga 100%. We definitely do that. But I feel like we have to take in consideration COVID. I think the systems that managers play in the Premier League play a huge part in that as well. Thank you. And also, there have been players like Aubameyang, and I think Gundogan was a lot better, not only recently. I think he has been well for a long time. So I feel like there are players.
Yeah, the first 2 years that he was at Man City, he was not very good at all. He was barely getting any time. Even Man City fans were saying, "Oh, why did we buy him? Oh, he was getting injuries and that." But now, as he's grown in, and that's grown in over time, he's now looking good. But he took time to fit into this league. Yeah, there's going to be outliers like Aubameyang, but the majority of players have generally struggled from that league. You don't get that many players from you get players from the French league that come in and they just fit straight away.
Yeah, but a striker like Aubameyang is similar to Haaland, man. He's just a goal scorer, someone that just comes in and bags in the goals. That's Haaland for you.
I wouldn't make that comparison and say that's definitely going to happen. That's what I'd say. I'd say it's a lot more riskier.
His conversions in all competitions in recent years shows you why. And that's in Champions League as well. That's just not.
Yeah, but don't tell me about they performed in Champions League because we said that about Ziyech and look what happened.
Yeah, well, Ziyech is just he's just going through a lot right now, isn't he? He hasn't been given a run of games. Oh, I'm a guy that doesn't want him straight back into the team as well, but he hasn't been given a proper chance as well. The guy done well against Villarreal, got injured unfortunately, and back to square one. It's just how football is sometimes, you know. Like maybe he probably won't make it at Chelsea, but he needs a lot more chances. So does Hassan Odoi. So does Pulisic when he comes back. All these guys need chances. I kind of want to see players play 3 games in a row at Chelsea. What wingers have done that except for Werner? I haven't seen Ziyech. I haven't seen Hudson Odoi, and I haven't seen. Actually, Havertz has. I think maybe
Havertz has had 3 games in a row. I think Ziyech has had at one point. He had 3 games in a row.
When? Name me the 3.
Let me go back. Look through.
I think it's a bit harsh, man. But yeah, guys, if you guys can run up the likes, like the video, man. Let's push to over 50. Subscribe and hit the notification. Make sure you guys join after the game, immediately after the game against Malmo on this channel, so we can discuss about it as well. Can Haaland do what Aubameyang did to Zuma in the FA Cup final? Let me tell you something, Michael. Tell me a striker in recent years that can score like Haaland did against PSG with his left foot after conceding the goal. Let me know. I can't remember a Chelsea striker scoring outside the box. Has Lukaku scored outside the box? I think the last time I saw was Costa against West Ham. That's the one I can remember off the top of my head. I can't remember any other strike. Name me a guy that can smash the ball, left foot as well, into the back of the net, top corner, top bins.
Man, it hurts me talking about Costa.
No, it doesn't matter about one game, bro.
But what about Giroud? Only against Giroud.
Giroud against who? Outside the box against who?
I forgot. Was it
Lukaku, he ran into the box against Villa, went onto his right foot and banged it in. It was a very, very good goal. But I can't remember Chelsea strikers shooting outside the box and banging it in. I genuinely don't remember. Lukaku scored a powerful goal from outside the box, I think, against AC Milan. But that's not for Chelsea. For Chelsea, guys. Chelsea.
Michael Essien.
Striker. For Chelsea. Striker. One striker, please. Costa did against West Ham.
Drogba.
Yeah, Drogba, of course. Drogba's world class. But what other Chelsea striker? Demba, Eto'o, Torres, Costa, Morata.
Eto wasn't a deflection goal, but I will still take it.
Against Arsenal, yeah, from the right side. Did Higuain score? No. Oh, yeah, deflection, Higuain. The goal, I thought his debut.
It's the scores, it's all matters.
Bro, listen, Michael, let me tell you something. Haaland, when it comes to finishing, is just very clinical. He reminds me of Ruud van Nistelrooy, okay? Very early comparisons, but someone that can just bang in that goal, okay? He doesn't need to be perfect all game. You just need that one chance. Remember that Lukaku chance? Who was it against? Was it Man City? I can't remember. You know the one when he skied it over the ball and he just need that one chance. He skied it over the ball. Haaland would have scored that.
Can I flip a question onto you though?
Yeah.
What's the point of having a really clinical striker if you're creating nothing for that striker?
Because he just needs one chance.
No, but you look at our XG this season. Like Brentford game. We created 0.28 XG. We're not even given one chance. We're not given the chances. That's the problem. And if you're spending all your money on another striker, even though we have a fairly clinical striker in Lukaku, no one was saying that Lukaku wasn't clinical. Everyone in the summer was saying Lukaku was clinical.
Yeah.
So what's the point of bringing in another clinical striker? Or he may be arguably more clinical a little bit, but if he's not going to get chances to be clinical, he's not going to show it.
I think we've had this discussion last summer. Don't do this to yourself again. Like, you suddenly turn into like Johnny now.
Hey, let's have it right.
No,
yeah, I actually was
like Matt said, what's the point if we have a clinical star but we cannot create for him? Let's say if Haaland comes, like who's going to create more for Haaland then? That's the thing.
Obviously, Tuchel must have an idea in his head about formation, man. Well, listen, what did we complain about last season? What did we complain about?
I was complaining about goals and lack of final ball.
But the chances were there. We created
arguably, but I would argue more chances were there because we were a bit more fluid. With Lukaku, naturally he does run into the channels a little bit, but we're less fluid than we were. So we've sacrificed that for Lukaku, which is fine. But we don't have the creative player to put in there to create the chances to fix that. And people keep going about Pavan keeps saying change of formation. Well, a change of formation doesn't suddenly give a player a killer pass. So it doesn't suddenly make a player more creative. It just adds another attacking player on the pitch. But if you look at Tuchel's formation in the game, sometimes we do revert to a 4 at the back because especially if we're playing James will push up and become more occupy or Alonso occupy our winger position, and we'll create a 4-3-3 or 4-4-2 anyway. So we do play that in attacking transitions already, and that doesn't help us. So just go into that formation, which would arguably potentially make us less defensively secure, is not really going to change much. Yes, it might make it a little bit better, but in this formation and in the same style, you're not going to suddenly find loads of creativity just out of one small change of the formation.
Well, for the presence of
Haaland, you need that player. You need that player, and we don't have that player.
Yeah, but I think Havertz can be that player.
Can he? He hasn't created a big chance this season.
Yeah, but he's just going through a bad time right now. I've seen it in international. He can do it. He's done it against England, and Muller couldn't put it away. Like I can see him creating. I do see it. It's just, how old is he? He's like what, 20, 22, I think. It's got to be real, man. This team just going through a lot right now, and I solely blame the formation. Defensively, it's perfect. Like, I have no complaints. But we do need to resort back to back 4 eventually. I don't know when, but we need to.
Yes, but we don't have the midfielder for that.
We got your favorite player.
He's not a defensive midfielder.
Sorry.
Jorginho. Oh, Jorginho. Okay. I thought you were talking about Ruben. I was.
Just to cut you off, I have to go. I'm going to make a sold by that. You know that shirt, the commemorative.
It's sold out. It's sold out. It's sold out.
Mega store. What mega
Sold
store?
out. Sold out.
What mega store?
Sold out.
How do you know sold out? What about mega store? That's the online allocation.
I put it on Twitter. Everyone said it's sold out everywhere. You can check, but everyone said it's sold out.
What sold out?
The new edition £200 shirt.
Oh, that's disgusting. I don't know why that anyway. But anyway, Jesters is completely right in the comments. Havertz, in terms of his creativity, it's in and around the box. But behind that, we don't have that apart from Ruben's runs. And people are already saying, "Oh, like let's get rid of Pulisic." So you're getting rid of Pulisic, then
who's saying get rid of Pulisic?
Oh, don't you? Half of your comment section sometimes, and most of Twitter.
No, everyone just
every Chelsea YouTuber is suddenly really concerned about Pulisic again, and questioning his future.
Because
you have to blame the club for that. The club said 10 days, bro.
No, but don't blame the.
Most of them are hypocrites, though.
That's right. I'm convinced that half of them don't even watch our games.
Yeah.
Matt, come on, Matt, think about it. You got some of the best Chelsea YouTube content creators there, and they're saying stuff about this Pulisic stuff. We all know what Pulisic looks like. We all know, like, most of our fan base are hypocrites. Fans are fickle these days, so it's not a rocket science anymore, is it? Think about it, Matt.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just done with certain people's opinions because they just don't make sense. Don't make sense. I don't like to make the point of you don't know ball, but it's just agendas. I'm just fed up with the agendas.
Mate,
Go on.
Sorry, man. I was just going to say quickly, whether you like him or hate him, the Pulisic, I mean, to say that he offers nothing like some of these people is just stupid. It shows you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, because when he's there, you've seen the things that he can do. If, of course, you actually watch our freaking games, you know, that's why I said that I'm convinced that some of these people like to just but haven't even seen the clear evidence of how good that he can be.
Yeah, I just want to add very quickly that I think it's very harsh for people to say Pulisic should be sold. 100% shouldn't be sold. But I think it's okay to be concerned of how he hasn't been able to stay fit. I think it's absolutely fair because.
I'd get it if this injury was a muscle injury, but this is an injury that Pulisic couldn't control. And yes, he's had a setback, but that's probably because we don't know the information of the extent of the injury. From what Tuchel said in his press conference, it's what I've said before on the stream. Sometimes when you're doing the ankle rehab, sometimes if the pain doesn't go, then it just sets you back. But that's just natural from an ankle injury because you don't, especially when you don't have the scan, because you don't know the extent of the damage. And so, and again, it's an injury that it's not like he's had hundreds of ankle injuries and he's got glass ankles. He's never had an ankle injury in his career, as far as I looked back through his Dortmund days. I don't know whether he has before in his very young years, but it was caused by a ridiculous tackle, which that is more my concern, that Pulisic has to go out and play CONCACAF football because the tackles, the players there are terrible, the referees are terrible, and I'd argue it doesn't protect him in that way. But the injury, if you put Ruben Loftus-Cheek there, injured. If you put Lukaku there, he's getting injured. You put in Kepler there, Alonso, Emerson, whoever you want to say, getting injured. And they're getting injured for the same amount of time.
Well, I don't know about Kepler and Alonso.
All right, guys, I'm gonna duck out to the underground station.
Good luck, my friend. Good luck, my friend. Wish happy birthday for Nippon, please.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. All the best. Stay safe. Enjoy the game. Don't get too drunk. And eat your pie.
Wait, can I ask something? Why would I want to get drunk against Malmo?
I don't know. I'm just in case. I didn't know. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Bruno isn't playing and he comes back against Norwich. All right.
Oh yeah. In a bit, man.
In a bit. Well, listen. From Pulisic, from Haaland to Pulisic to Matt getting worked up. Here he is. Loftus-Cheek back on form. You backed him for over years, and he's finally in the team.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember when everyone said, "Oh, Ruben's injury prone, and Ruben's going to get loads of injuries when he comes back"? I told you, don't be worried about him. He'll be fine. And
but compared it to Pulisic, not the same.
Yeah, I know they're different situations, but I'm telling you, trust me, it looks like it's going to be fine. It hopefully will be fine. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% fine, but in terms of the injuries that I would be concerned with for Pulisic, he hasn't had one for 11 months. But that is not talked about by a single Chelsea YouTuber. My question is, why? I know you, because I bring it up and I've discussed it with you. Other Chelsea YouTubers, I'm not going to name names, but the big four, everyone will know who the big four
Big 10, Big 10, Big 15.
Yeah, they're all of them. I think the only other person that's mentioned it is Miz. So big up to Miz, but he hasn't had a big hamstring, calf, hip, abductor, whatever you want to call it. He hasn't had any of them injuries for 11 months. The moment he's had COVID and an ankle injury. None of them. If you want to say that's his fault and he's injury prone, I don't think I can help you, honestly.
Guys, run up the likes. Let's push to 100. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification. Tune every single day. Send in your questions. Send in your super chat to support the channel. Make sure you guys join straight after the Malmo game. Hopefully, we've got Matt and Alfred on that stream as well. Daka has scored how many goals? 4 goals in 34 minutes.
Damn, that's FIFA stuff.
Has he actually? I know they were 2-1 down, weren't they?
Wait, what are they playing in?
You wrote? I don't know. It should.
I said it's Champions League.
That's Europa League. They are playing in Europa League. I don't know why, but they're playing on
4
Wednesday.
Goals.
4 goals, yeah. 45th, 48th, 54th, and 78th minute.
Wow. I mean, what's the score total? 4-0 or
4-3.
No way. Damn, Chelsea, sign them up.
Yes, Spartak were 2-0 up. Then Daka scored 4 to make it 4-2, and now they've got one back, but it's should be finished now.
Sign him up.
Moses got an assist.
Daka, sign them up. We don't need Haaland.
Oh, yo, Victor Moses got 2 assists. Big up.
Come on, bring him back to Chelsea. Bring him back.
He's the right wing back we need. We don't need Reece James or Aspilicueta. Victor Moses is the man.
You know, in 2013, when we won the Europa League, Victor Moses was phenomenal that season.
Yeah, I remember his goals still.
I mean, the Conte season. Conte was fantastic.
And then as well, yes, he was a pretty underappreciated player, I think, by a lot of our fans.
By Matt, especially. Matt gave him a lot of hate.
No, I was all right with him.
No, you weren't. You used to hate him. I remember when I used to speak to you back in May.
No. He's all right.
Let's get some early predictions, man. Anyone's predictions change? I'm saying 1-1 or 2-1 Chelsea.
Oh, I put 3-0 in the preview, so I'll stick with that.
That's so unrealistic, man.
I think we'll get an early goal, and then that will hopefully open the fire gates. I mean,
Bro,
come on, they're getting they've been battered by Juventus and
prime Barca attack.
No, hold on. They've been battered by Juventus and Zenit. They're losing. They're not even comfortable in their own. I know they're top of the league, but they're not even comfortable in their own league. I'm sorry, but if we can't beat this team, we don't deserve to be in the Champions League at all.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful with these things, man.
That is true, though. I feel like,
and that's even with Callum Hudson-Odoi in the left wing.
Yes,
but
then we're gonna definitely win.
When we play against these teams, and they just sit back, we just always stink it up. Like, why?
You tell me, bro.
Early goal. We need an early goal.
Is it because we're missing Mount?
The thing is, I think that Tuchel's gonna switch up the line. I don't know. You know what's crazy? The reason why I think Tuchel might go with a full strength is because we lost that Juventus game and we can't play around. There's just no jokes. Like,
and I was literally play. We've got 5 subs, don't we? This game.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we know Lukaku's not going to play.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
The way he's,
I was just gonna say
the way he's said he's been overplayed. You can't say that and then play it for 90 minutes.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
I just think I got a funny feeling he's going to do Havertz false 9 and go back to the 4-3-3, 3-4-3.
And I think since we're wearing that kit, to honor Havertz scoring that goal is going to play him because it literally says like.
So my front three is going to be Havertz, Callum, and Mount.
Yes.
I mean, yes. I said this last week. That's the reason why I didn't play. I didn't want him to play at the weekend because he's playing for this game.
Just hearing Hudson from your mouth. Hopefully, we hear it from Jester's mouth.
Who were you guys arguing about injury prone? I came late. Who were you guys arguing?
We're comparing Loftus-Cheek to Pulisic. Obviously, it's not the same because Loftus-Cheek isn't injury prone.
I think the thing is Pulisic is more injury prone. I think the thing about Loftus-Cheek is more long term. Like he had one injury that was long term. You know what I mean? And he kept re-aggravating that same injury, but he hasn't been really injury prone. He just, that type of injury could be career ending. So, but Pulisic always picks up these constant niggles.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be very interesting to see what we do with Pulisic come in 6 months. Sure. We'll just say if Hudson plays on the left, please count the times he goes right. Then takes a shot for each of them. Guarantee we piss stroke by the end of the match. See, look at this. Even before the game, man.
He doesn't back his own players, man.
See, this is what when you say that I've got an agenda, like me and Jess are in the same, but I'm not as joking and banter as Jess. I generally just.
No, he's serious. He's serious.
I don't have.
I feel like he's dead ass.
I don't have anything for or against Hudson-Odoi. It's neutral.
But yo, Sadiq, this is how it goes, yo. Jester's banter's chill, right? And then the next one that's gonna follow up is Matt. And then after Matt follows up, then it's Josh.
obviously,
it happens every time. Yo, Matt says, I don't think it's like
I can't help but carry on the joke, but I don't have any problem against it.
It's not even a joke. It's even when we're critiquing him, right? It's like Jess is like,
I love them. I love them.
Jester.
It's that all there though. Jester, Matt, Josh.
I notice every time.
That's so funny, bro. I swear, that's actually too funny. Nah, man.
Josh will be like, yeah. I don't think really Callum Hudson-Odoi offers anything,
Oh, big up Dex. I haven't seen Dex here for a long while.
I love all three of them, man. I love Matt, Jester, Josh. I love them all, man.
It's funny.
Dex, oh my days, Dex, you're alive.
That's what I said. I know. I haven't seen him for months.
Dex Dawson, you're alive, bro. I know you got a job now. You're walking fine and stuff. I'm grateful for that. I'm happy that you're happy in
I
life.
would feel really underappreciated with this Loftus-Cheek because I've gotten scolded from the beginning of the summer.
You don't deserve respect.
Like,
you man deserve respect in it. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
guess it wasn't on this channel. Like, I was literally on Monty's channel. He screenshotted me saying, "Well, you're gonna look stupid." He screenshotted. I said, "Yo, RLC is coming back into this side. Tuchel's the best manager for him." Monster screenshotted me every day. I was like, "Yo, so what about now? What about now?" And look now, bro.
What's his name?
He's like, "Yep, I was wrong." He deleted that screenshot real quick. But it's like the comments. Oh my god, you're deluded.
Yeah, I mean, Sadiq, Mark Mahoney's completely disappeared. You don't get Mr. Mark Mahoney, Ruben Loftus-Cheek's an Instagram model coming back anymore.
Where is he?
I think he's in his mum's basement hiding until Ruben Loftus-Cheek has a bad game or Timo Werner has a bad game.
Even Andrew changed kind of his tune. Like, Andrew was like, yeah, I just see him for cup games. But now he's like,
do you remember a couple of weeks ago? Everyone was like, oh, but he's played that one game, but he's not going to play till Southampton League Cup. And I'm like, sorry?
You know what's crazy, though? Like, if he was like someone like a Mount, people will be backing him. And he's one of our own, bro. He's a Chelsea academy. You want to see that he wants to play for Chelsea. And
he's one of the OGs as well. He's not one of these new kids on the block.
We should be getting behind. Like, I don't see like.
I support him first though, out of everyone as the intro.
Never leave Chelsea.
Good performance, man. Don't ever leave Chelsea. Never give up. Loftus-Cheek, always.
Yeah.
All the original OG. Yeah.
Maybe that inspired him, man. He's sitting down with injury and he's like.
You've been playing it the last few months, so maybe he's just seen it. He's like,
apology accepted. EE.
Bro, when he scored his debut goal, first game with Chelsea, I think under Mourinho in the cup game. I met him after the game. Yeah, I was like, you're gonna be a big star, fam. That's what I said to him, Lewisham. Yeah, you're gonna be a big star. And then I met him. That was, I think, under Sarri. I think it was. Can't have been Conte. Was he here under Sarri? Yeah, he was. From the beginning, so he must be under Sarri for sure. But yeah, I've always supported Loftus-Cheek from the beginning. I just thought he wouldn't make it back since that injury. In my opinion, I was wrong as well. But
so what we saying, Charlie Musonda?
That's Josh, bro. Josh said that. I want him Musonda right now, fam. Yeah. He's an upgrade Hudson-Odoi.
I love Charlie, but he's done. I think
he has a bad attitude.
That's
He doesn't.
I feel like Ruben is humble. Like, it's like, and you can tell sometimes he's not. Like, I know he's playing well, but I don't think he's still 100% confident. Like, he's still like not. He's fighting. He's hungry, but he doesn't have the cocky.
He's at that 90. He's at that 90%, but not there. He's that extra 10%. But yeah, Musonda. He doesn't have, Ruben had that motivation to get back. He had them back injuries before, and that was when everyone was like, "Oh, he's talking about how he's Pulisic. Oh, he's getting these back injuries. We've got to get rid of him, etc." People jumped at him quite quickly, which I thought was strange because he's a youth player, but he doesn't get the same treatment. But he had the motivation to get that fixed. Again, he hasn't had a back injury in God knows how long. And then obviously he got that injury, and then people just don't back him. But he's had the motivation to get past both. I wish other players had motivations to get over their injuries like that, because we'd have a lot of good players. You'd think of the players back in the day we had that were really good, but injuries held them back. No, I'm not talking about just Pulisic. I'm talking about player. No, I said I'm not talking about Pulisic. I'm talking about.
When you said Pulisic, you said Pulisic. You said Pulisic.
No.
I didn't. You got an agenda. I heard that. You said Pulisic. 55 minutes, 54 seconds. Mark it, guys. Rewind it. Listen to it. Embrace it. Take it in. Aguero's goal against United. Take it in. Nah, obviously, nah, I'm not gonna forget that now. Oh man, look,
no.
the comments are saying support in 4K, bro.
No.
It's the worst place.
Again.
It's the worst.
I said Pulisic.
Okay, maybe they put a sick, maybe.
As Major General N'Golo Kante is pointing out.
But your S might have been a
Dex is just playing.
Your S might have been a list one where he says shh. Maybe. Guys, do you get everyone's prediction? We've got Matt's one, Xavi's. What's your prediction for the game?
I say 2-0.
2-0. Alfredo?
I'm probably going to stick to my 3-0.
3-0. Can I just say that I feel like the shirt that we're going to wear tonight might give us that bad luck.
Good luck if Havertz is wearing it. It has his name on it. His goal scoring name. Like he's sponsoring it. But wait, what did you guys say? What did you guys say about this Haaland talk? Like, are we believing this? Like,
I don't want it. I don't want it. I think it's
the what? Sorry, I was listening to what?
Haaland.
Yeah, Haaland talk believable.
Do you know? Yeah. Do you want to see what?
Streams back to back again. Streams back to back again.
Feroz.
Bro, do you want to see Xavi's reaction to the Haaland news? Shall I show them, Xavi?
Go ahead.
Are you sure? I've never seen that before.
I try to find a San Andreas, the one where he says, here we go again. But then I just found out when I thought it was funny. So
this is his reaction. Let me share it.
You might as well show the abuse I get in the inbox too. Yeah, you know you got to cut down.
Bro, I can't show my DMs. I've got bad DMs, bro. I can't show it. But yeah, that's his reaction to Haaland. What did you type for that?
So I was trying to find San Andreas one. You know, the one where CJ was like, "Oh shit, here we go again."
Yeah.
And he's like walking back. I tried to find that, but then
what the hell is this?
I was too lazy. I just had to put that one.
The hell is that, bro? So you're saying 3-0, 2-0. Everyone's a bit confident for this Malmo game, man.
What are your predictions?
I said 2-1 or 1-1.
Jesus. The spirit of eyes is here.
Kazilla, you missed it. You missed what we said, man. Xavi's too funny. Xavi was like
big circle around the ring like Grove Street.
Bro, Kazilla, Xavi was like, yeah, he goes Jesters, then Matt, then Josh. That was too funny, fam. That was too funny. Who's winning, Atlanta or United? I think a draw.
I think United's winning, bro.
I think United will win because it's typical Ollie style. They're under pressure. They're under pressure. They'll get the win, and then they'll get battered by Liverpool, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, actually, I want to draw personally.
I'd love them to get points, but they're going to get battered.
No. I think United do well in these.
United are getting scared. They're playing McFred. They're going to play a back five. That's what Ollie's basically said. So
the defense is crap.
They got Luke Shaw, bro.
No, I don't mean for Atlanta. I mean Liverpool. Salah is going to tear them apart.
You never know. He doesn't do well against them, and he scored last time. I was like, he has probably the lowest conversion rate out of the top 6 against them. But the thing is, it's just typical Man U, bro.
They're gonna have no Varane, so it's gonna be Maguire, Lindelof, probably Eric Bailly.
It's at Old Trafford, and then
you know what they'll get? Everyone's saying Liverpool this, Liverpool that. A couple of weeks ago, we were saying Liverpool and all that. Xavi was like, Salah's not even that good.
I do think they'll drop off. I do think they'll drop off.
I think Liverpool's defense is not that good because if you're looking, they're attack heavy, but.
The defense ain't
they
all
were
that.
conceding yesterday. Even world class Van Dijk letting Griezmann turn, he didn't turn him. His
they let the racists score twice. They let the racists score twice.
And then all they were doing was hitting like long balls over the top, bro.
But yeah, I mean,
Liverpool's high line, like.
And the problem is, it's when it comes to January and they lose both Mane and Salah.
Yeah. So.
What about us? We've got Club World Cup and AFCON.
Yeah, I'm saying no, but we lose Mendy and Ziyech even playing.
Mendy's a big.
Ziyech.
Do we play Brentford in that run?
Bro,
no, we have Man
Wallahi, if we play Brentford,
we're gonna have Kepler in goal, fam. We have Kepler in goal. Do you know what that means?
It means Kepler coming back.
No,
bro.
Remontada.
If we play Brentford with Kepler in net, we are losing.
We got Tottenham, City, and Liverpool.
Mr. Kepler.
What? It's not. Kepler won't be a problem, man. Relax.
What cup is that?
It's a cup.
What does it say on it?
Nothing.
Other side.
Wallahi, bro, leave me. But yeah, Liverpool's like they're not that good, so I just
let VAR pull. They need VAR again.
Yeah, when they've done really well, they've done really well against the likes of Norwich and that. They've scored lots of goals against them, and people have gone, "Oh, they look really good." But I mean, look at them against us. They weren't really that great. They weren't really great last night. They got a bit lucky last night with VAR and other things that went their way. But they always look good against Man City because I think both teams look good against each other because of the way they play. But yeah, I'm not. I think they will slowly start gassing out towards the end of the season because they haven't got the squads of Chelsea and City.
Yeah,
I mean, when they won the league, City kind of dropped off. But when it was close between them two, City just had the edge on them because I think of the squad. I think Chelsea now have that as well. I just think it'll be. I think at the end it will be a race between Chelsea and City. Liverpool will drop out in the last month. I mean, Man United are non-existent already, so it is just a 3-man race at the moment.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this run that they've got.
I think Mendy could put a
run.
Could put a run in.
Listen, United can be bad, and still win games.
Yeah.
But they're being bad and losing games now at the moment.
Yeah.
They're notorious for that. They very often.
But the problem is you can only do that for so long.
But this is why, Matt. This is why they're losing games because, like, they're expecting Ronaldo or something to bail them out sometimes. People just freeze. I only see Lad in this moving.
I'm lagging out.
Matt, I don't. He's frozen.
Is everyone lagging out?
Matt sounds muffled.
Matt's worse than me. Matt is lagging. Matt out, people. Matt out.
Sadiq, you better get on the phone to your sponsors, bro. You need better Wi-Fi.
Bro, I've got 600 MB, bro, and it's doing the thing, bro. What's going on? Big up Michael, man. Big up yourself as well. King Kai hat-trick today. Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a bold statement.
That's a big statement.
I predicted a London would score today.
Also, can I address?
You might as well.
Don't do that. Can I address Michael AC in the chat saying that Prime wrong about Mendy, proving my point he doesn't know ball, etc., saying that I said numerous times that I don't trust Mendy. I've never once said that. Saying that you take Kepa over him when we first signed him, by the way, when no one knew anything about this guy. No Chelsea fans can, and that's why when we signed him, I was continuously asking, does anyone think he could be a world-class goalkeeper? And no one was able to answer that question for me. Continuous times is when I mentioned that. Back again last season, but he also proved me wrong, and it's a good thing that he did. I'm happy he did, and he was also my player of the season last season. I even said after said again based on expectation. I even said last season after Atletico Madrid that he will, assuming he continues this form towards the end of the season, he will be my player of the season. And I apologized for me doubting him, but also glad he proved me wrong. And yeah, better than Mount because
how was Mount not your player of the season?
Ahead of Mount because Mendy was actually world class. Mount was good, but Mount was good, but his stats are not comparable to Mendy's. His performances are also not comparable to Mendy's.
Bro, I'm trolling. I'm just like because
let's have it right. Let's have it right. No one knew about Mendy was my player this season. No one knew about Mendy was good. Let's have it right.
Exactly. Exactly, and that's my thing. Not even him being this good. No one told me he was going to be world class, which again proved my point of: does anyone think he can be world class? If not, then we should sign a better goalkeeper this next summer. Well, this summer technically, but we clearly don't need to because this guy is amazing. So.
And Kepler got confidence now, so he's a good backup, I guess.
Yeah, a very good backup. We shouldn't be worried. It's 3 games. We should not be worried. And also, you know when we played against Spurs, right? So Spurs in the first 20 minutes against us, even though they played well, they were also trying to hit us with long shots because that's the way to beat Mendy. And we stopped them from doing that. Or against, Kepa. And we stopped them from doing that. That's what you should be. If Kepa's in goal, that's what we should be doing, stopping teams from taking long shots. If that's the way he gets beaten the majority of the time, then we stop that. So Michael says performances, he was good for Rennes as well. I did not watch him at Rennes, so that means nothing to me. Same way the majority of Chelsea fans.
I don't think many people did.
Thank you, and that's what I kept saying. His performances at Rennes means nothing because you didn't watch him. Majority of Chelsea fans. If you're telling me he did, then fair enough. But that also means nothing to me because I don't know who you are. By the side, and I would reply to you because you're spreading lies in the chat.
Another dark skinned guy, bro. Like, what's going on here, people?
What? No, I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know him from Adam, but also I'd reply to him because he's spreading lies in the chat.
Come on, man. Dark skin, man. Where's the love, man? Dude.
Nah.
Hey, don't do that.
Well, I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm just saying it should be love.
Oh.
I don't have love for people who lie.
That's fair.
JJ Kocha.
What you know about JJ Kocha, man?
Bro, I watched football before you when you used to call it soccer time. What are you talking about?
I never called it that word.
Yes, you did.
My dad made sure.
Because wait, hold on. Because you don't watch football when you overrated Barclays. No, it's because I didn't watch Rennes. I watch football.
Bro, why are you even?
Which is why. Because it's easier than me typing.
Bro, no more, Tim, please, no more. He's gonna get you triggered, bro. Just leave it, no more.
The thing is, I'm not even triggered or angry. I just find it funny, so I'll respond. But yeah, the game. Hopefully, we 4 or 5-0. I want a big statement.
Nah, man, it's gonna be 1-1 or 2-1.
Yeah, it will. I know it'll be 1-1 or 2, but I know that. But I'm saying, this is what I want. I want a big statement.
Yeah, I want us to in a perfect world. I want us to batter Malmo and batter Norwich. Get some good confidence going.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
A couple 5-0 wins, bro.
It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna tell you, man. It's not gonna happen. The faster you see this, the better, man. For your mental health, honestly. Why go through it? Chelsea are not gonna win like that. We need time, guys.
That goes back to my point. I know Lukaku was overpaid, but I feel like games like this is where we have to have practice on how to play with him.
Correct, my friend.
Oh, work.
What's annoying is, like, in a perfect world, if we had beaten Zenit and Juve, then we can go into this game, rotate a bit. You know, we're still on good form, and then go into Norwich and play our strongest team and batter them. But we can't do that now because we've only won 3 points out of 6. And things are looking to be in the balance. So we can't rotate that. Well, maybe we can, but we probably shouldn't. And also, we're not even on the best of form to say we can rotate and get away with it. Because look at against Zenit. People were saying, oh, we'll rotate, it'll be fine. That was a bit sticky. Aston Villa was in the FA Cup. Was that game, I think, was... No, that was me saying, actually, to be fair. But still, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'd argue Zenit and Malmo are still on completely different levels. Zenit are a reputable team. Malmo.
Matt, again, I'm not even disagreeing with you. You are right. However, we are not. Our attack is not on form, so I don't trust them.
I understand that, that's. I'd argue no one's on form. So why should we be able to rotate them?
Our defense is on form. Our midfield is on form.
I mean particularly our attack. I think we'll rotate our defense, but I think we'll bring in Rudiger and Silva.
Yeah,
so it'll be stronger.
That'll be fine.
Our defense will be stronger. I will rotate the attack and possibly some of the midfield.
What? Who do you play?
I would go with Jorginho and Sal. So it's not horribly. It's Jorginho stronger than Sal. I'm sorry, if you can't play against Malmo, you might as well go back to Madrid now.
Yeah, I think that'll be fine because in the past 2 games Saul has played, he's had to play as a sitter. And that's not his job. Even playing with Jorginho, and I said this before we signed him, that
is the best partnership for him, and that's why I was confused why he didn't get that partnership before. But I mean, my front 3 would be Callum on the left, Mount on the right, and then Havertz up top because we need to give Lukaku a rest.
What, a false 9?
Yeah. Go back to last season because get a bit more fluidness into the team and give Lukaku a 90 minutes because he has played every single game this season for club and country.
Just quickly, Josh, are you okay?
Yeah, I just got back from a run, man.
Yeah, you
look
in a shower, bro.
I get sweat in my eyes when I run, so they get red after I run.
Josh looks like he just played 90 minutes against Malmo.
I know. I did. I put in a 35-minute shift today. What are we talking about?
We're talking about why Sadiq just left the stream.
Yeah, he probably starts on the left today.
Yeah, but play Hudson.
2 goals.
Play Hudson-Odoi in the. Hey, Sadiq, no complaining from you. Hudson-Odoi is getting a run. He's getting a run of games. No complaining.
But when he bags the goal, I'm gonna say he's gonna start against Norwich.
Well, hey, if he doesn't bag a goal, then he shouldn't start against Norwich, and that's fine.
That's fine. But what about an assist?
Yeah, for any end product, goal, assist, something.
Yeah. But don't give me. Oh, he scored a hat trick, but was chalked off as offsides. No, don't give me that. Don't give me that.
Assists matter too. So
I caught a little of what Matt said. I agree. I think it'll be Mount Havertz, Cho front 3, and a George Sal pivot with Sal getting a more of a floating free playing role, which I think is his strong suit for sure.
Because I think realistically, you could change a majority of the players, and actually your defense gets stronger because you'll bring in James, you'll bring in Rudiger, you'll bring in Silva. Whether you play Kepler or not is another question. I mean, again, it's up to the manager, but I think you could make a good 7-8 changes, and the team is still strong in parts.
Agreed. I think Kepla's. Go ahead, Prime. Go ahead.
No. I think we're going to say the same point. So you go.
I was going to say you either have to play Kepa today or against Norwich, and I'd prefer to play him today. I'd rather prioritize the 3 points in the league.
That was my logic.
Yeah, because that's what Tuchel.
I think Kepler has been okay when he's.
Well, we need 3 points here too.
Yeah, I know, but that's what Tuchel is. He the whole thing about Kepler is getting him into some sort of form so that he can be a reliable backup goalkeeper, or so we can sell him.
Yeah.
So these lesser, I know we need to win this, but these lesser games where he can play in, will keep a clean sheet. Maybe he makes 1 or 2 highlight reel saves. It's a good thing. And so he'll probably play today or Southampton. He's definitely, or today or against Norwich, he's definitely playing in the League Cup against Southampton anyway. So that's at least 1 game out of 3, or maybe 2 out of 3. So
yeah, I mean, I think Tuchel's been really good at building some of these tier 2 guys. He's been good at building their confidence in games that he knows we can win. So I think Matt's right, and I know we need 3 points, but we should be able to make 8 or 9 rotational subs in this game and still win. So if you can get Kepler a clean sheet in a game like this and build his confidence in a game that you should be winning anyway, I think that's the play.
Josh.
Yeah, go.
Why you just look like you've been in a boxing fight?
So I just ran 3 kilometers. Does that make more sense to you guys? 3 kilometers.
Josh just discovered some minerals.
Yeah. I'm working on my mount dirty work. But yeah, I guess the big question today is if Silva and Rudiger are fit, because they've only been in training for 2 days. So it's like, are they fully ready to go? Other than that, it's probably going to be the same back line from Brentford.
Well, I mean, Silva wasn't actually injured, so Silva should be fine.
But yeah, fair enough. But 2 days of training with the team. I mean, I think they'll both. One of the two will play for sure.
I don't think Rudiger's was that. As
that
far
never
as I
matters.
know, it's not really that bad an injury. So match fitness, it depends on that. But I think it should be. He should be fine.
You know why? Because these guys come from international break and get like one training in, and Tuchel still plays them. So I think Silva. Well, I don't know if Silva will play. Honestly, I think you want to manage him. Rudiger, maybe you might be right. Like I don't know if it's too soon to rush Rudiger back in, save him for Norwich. But I feel like we need one of the two.
I'd almost rather play like the same back 3 as we did against Brentford and save Rudiger and Silva for Norwich. But
I mean, for me, I just think if you get a stronger defence, you're kind of secure in the win. If I'm going to play Kepler, I'd rather see Rudiger in the back 3 than Sarr, Chalobah, Christensen, for example.
No, that makes sense.
It just brings a bit more solidity, and then you can let the midfielder, Jorginho and Sal, do its thing, let the front 3 do its thing. But at least you've got that stable defence that should stop Malmo doing anything on the counter. Because, I mean, Silva, I don't really mind who he plays against, Norwich or Malmo, really. They're neither a... I don't want to say neither a threat, but I don't think it matters. It doesn't really matter. It's not like we're playing a big team that we need to rest Silva for. So we can just manage Silva, obviously, but Silva can play Malmo, Southampton, Malmo again, or whatever. I don't know. It depends on how Tuchel wants to do it.
Right, and it's kind of there's more of a short turnaround for the Norwich game, which we play early Saturday morning. So you're talking about maybe 1 day of training, a half day of training before Norwich.
Yeah, that's a piss take that we're playing on Saturday morning when we've got a Wednesday kickoff. Like, why is Liverpool? When's Liverpool playing?
No,
you would think Saturday morning, but
I'll check now.
I have no idea.
Saturday, because when you play Thursdays, they give Sunday.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
No, they're not even on Saturday.
No, they're on Sunday against United. It's a big game.
Oh my god,
that's taking a minute. That's taking a minute. Why are they on a Tuesday to a Sunday?
Yeah, no, it's because of a big game. That's why.
Yeah, but play the big game on a.
You don't want to play on Saturday, bro. Let's be real.
It's TV. It's TV time. It doesn't matter. Play them in the evening.
Yeah, that's probably it's probably the primetime game on Sunday, which is bullshit.
They have to do that for the TV views. But just quickly, I think today everyone's trying to in the stadium are trying to get everyone not to sing the Tottenham chant when the chant goes off before.
No chance.
But I hope they stop it. I hope they change it.
They're not gonna change it. I
always wondered that.
I want them to change it because it's just pointless. But
why are we always thinking about Tottenham when we're not playing them?
Is that we hate Tottenham one? Is it?
Well, yeah.
We hate Tottenham, Chelsea.
Like, I understand. I'd understand if you just did it for the Tottenham games.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Why do you have to do it every time? Like, Tottenham are irrelevant.
That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't even think about them.
It's not even like that. If they were a title challenger, I could kind of understand it a little bit. But they're just irrelevant. It's like Arsenal. Arsenal are irrelevant.
You know, it's probably different because we're not in the stadium. But for me, I only like it because it's like I like to stay on their neck. Like, just stay on their neck, whatever, man. Like, let them stay in the mud. I get it. It's annoying. Like, it's probably annoying if you're there every match day. But
Bro, they need to be on our level to stand on their neck.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, they're underneath us, bro. That's why we standing on their neck.
They're in the. They're not even. They're not even standing on the net. They're in the grave. They're already done. We'll be standing on the neck of Man City and Liverpool. We've got bigger fish to fry.
Haaland.
No, also, can I quickly, before I dip, can I quickly
3
speak on
streams a
that?
day, Sadiq.
The Haaland thing, can we, why do you do this? The Haaland thing, like, no.
It's prime time. Ladham is prime, bro. Prime time.
Anyway, if it's prime time, let me talk. Everyone shut up.
Let's have it right. Let's have it right.
Let's have it right, guys. Anyway, Haaland, can we stop with this link stuff again? We have a striker right now. There's no point buying 2 strikers to do what? To not create for them. And all of a sudden, people are going to say Haaland's a flop.
Bro, your manager wants him.
He
did, but as of right now, we already bought it. If we didn't buy Lukaku, then I would understand. Sadiq, I hear you, but we've bought a striker right now. We shouldn't have bought Lukaku then.
He wants to play both.
He wants to play both.
Yes.
Did Tuchel say that specifically?
Yeah, look,
he did say he goes Lukaku and Haaland together. He's like, yeah, we thought about it. Why not? But I'm surprised he got baited into that. But that was young.
You know what I also thought about Rihanna and Megan Fox together? It's not going to happen. So let's just.
Yeah, but he said it with his own words, bro.
And I also said it with my own words.
Yeah, but
it's not going to happen.
He's the manager of Chelsea.
And I'm a man. It's also not going to happen.
We should bring back Drogba. He just scored a hat trick.
And that was an interview with Jan, wasn't it?
Yeah. Jan is
still trying to make his.
Right now, check the quotes in the description, people. Big up Fox CFC. We are wearing that kit today, by the way, for Kai Havertz stand up top, and we'll probably lose.
But I don't know. It's like I don't know. Like realistically, what we need is another creator. We need an experienced creator in this team because Ziyech is terrible. Pulisic is probably our best creator, but he's always injured. Like Mount is not effective as a creator. Havertz, is Havertz even a creator? I don't even know. And Cho doesn't grab his opportunities when needed. So we need an experienced creator in this team. So I'd rather we buy one. Or buy a world-class creator, I should say.
Yeah. That's what Matt said, and Xavi was like, he goes.
There we go.
Matt. He goes. Matt, Josh, now Prime, fam.
I think it's just as Matt, Josh, and then Prime's gonna come in late in the stream and be like, I don't get this. I don't get what Cho has done to prove he has to have.
No, hey, don't do that. Cho should start. Cho should start today.
No, we're talking about like whenever Justin was bantering.
Justin was bantering. Josh was like, I agree, and then Prime goes,
Yo, first Prime will be in the comments agreeing, right? And then he'll come in late in the stream.
I'm the super sub. When you go to Solskjaer. No, but Cho should start, and hopefully if he can't
do his thing, bro. He's gonna do his thing.
If he can't do it against Malmo, then boy.
I'm gonna get a phone call now.
Yo.
He's in a phone call.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me. Yep, phone call coming. Who is that? That has to be Xavi. Xavi, I knew it. I knew it.
It's because I'm in the other meeting. I have to drop now, though. Big up. Because I joined another Microsoft Teams.
Xavi, for coming on, man. Take care, man.
Take care.
Yeah.
See you, bud.
Guys, listen, we're gonna go live after the game anyway. So if you lot are free, shout me. Alfred, thanks for coming on, making time for me. I really, really appreciate it. Please get some rest, get some sleep.
Always, boys. Too pumped for the game. Maybe after the game, after the stream.
All right, cool. We'll see you there, Matt. Hopefully, we see you after the stream for free.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Josh, I hope you had a good run, man. I don't know if you're going to be coming on later. If you're free, let me know if you can.
Yep.
And speak to you soon. Latimus, I think you got your own show going on after, I think.
Yeah, we're about to go live in like 5 minutes or so.
Yeah,
Is it the Blue Wave?
First XI.
Yeah, no, the first XI Chelsea show. If any of you guys want to hop on as well, feel free.
Josh, what are you saying?
No, I was just asking if it was his Blue Wave show that he's doing.
Yeah, no, it's the first XI. Josh, Matt, Alfred, Sadiq, any of you guys want to hop on, let me know. Michael in the chat being a troll, if you want to hop on.
Invite Michael AC.
Yeah, I did. The B-Tech Andreas Christensen AC.
Listen, guys, it's all our pleasure for you coming on. If you guys can, like the video, subscribe. We'll see you after the game. Hopefully Chelsea get that winning, and hopefully no bad luck with that new kit or unique kit. In a bit, people. And one message for Josh.
Good performance, man. Don't ever leave Chelsea. Never